All right, I know you can hear me now. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? You like my background? See my temple with the dream catcher? I like to make videos. I do. Sitting here chilling. I had a beginning of the day that was pretty horrible, just because I just wasn't feeling it. I got hit with all my emotional shit, my depression. My depression is based on not having any real um, connections to any people that are. I mean, I got Amanda and Hugo are probably the only friends I really got. But then I got some associates, but I don't know how much of friends they are or care about me. You know. Same with my friends. They have their family, but they don't have. I don't get to interact with them as much, so I don't have really too many people to interact with. Every time I try to go and find some, I get inundated with robots, computers, and fake profiles, and that sucks. That sucks. My buddy that's gonna move in, and I don't know what's the deal with him. I put some of it on people that took the shot. He took the shot. He doesn't have a spiritual life either. Spiritual beliefs. Don't think he believes in God, or I don't know what he thinks. I don't know what to think about people that don't believe in God. I can understand that you may not have had family that took you to church or something like that, or had, but everybody in my family pretty much believes in God. Not that, from there, I think it's on each and every person on their own. Sorry, but that's the way I think. Because however you interact with the spirit is partially why you're here anyway. You know, you were a spirit before you had a body. You know, are there people that had never been anything before incarnated on this world now? In the state of like someone who thinks that we came from apes or some shit? Do you think there's any people, humans, that have never had any incarnations before? I seriously doubt it. I seriously doubt it. I don't think with the massive amount of prior time to now that there's anything that is a brand new soul. Because I think when you're a brand new soul, you're going to have a different form of existence that's not the earth, which is hardcore training ground level 7. You know, a lot of people say that, and I believe it. It's so heavy here and dense. You know, and you can easily like fall victim to all the materialism. It's not like too hard to see that it's almost inescapable for some people, depending upon their own personality and proclivities. But anyone that has some sort of belief in a spiritual world, I don't have any problems with, except for Satanists. I'm not into that. I think that's pathetically sad. And they say they don't really believe in anything either. But I mean, come on. That's the devil's job, is to lie about what he is. And he's going to want some worshipers. So he's got some, even if they don't know it. You know, and most of the world, in one way or the other, because of the power structure, is governed by this fucking group of idiots. I wonder what it would be like to be on a world that's actually not just beautiful like the earth is beautiful. The earth's beautiful. The earth's a beautiful place. It really is. It's not Mars. Mars, which I would want nothing to do with. Even if it were beautiful, I wouldn't want anything to do with it. Just not into it. Not into Mars. Sorry. I'm not interested. I wouldn't go. That would be a death sentence for me, having to go to Mars. I feel like a lalu. Like, take me there with my dick bit off so I can die. Oh no, he bit off Anu's dick. I'm sorry. I get it confused. What kind of move in a fight is that? Where you bite the other guy's dick off? I've seen Mike Tyson bite the ear, but biting a dick off? Maybe they shouldn't wrestle naked or battle naked like they did. That's what they said. They fight naked. That's real gay. Fighting naked. You can keep that shit. I want my nuts protected. I don't want some motherfucker grabbing my dang-a-lang, trying to rip that bitch out. Or a testicle twist. No, sir. Not for me. So I think, fighting should have fighting clothes. Like my black cube. Blackened it up a little bit. It helps healing too. And the cubes, when you make the cubes out of orgone, or you make an orgone cube, the first one that I made, and then as soon as I dremeled out along the edges, like this, and had it around me, the next period of time that I dreamed, I felt like the dream world was that cube and I was inside of it. Now, I don't know if there's anything to that or not, but I feel like there is. And I don't think I need to like dissect it all the way down or nothing like that. Just took one life. Another thing I wanted to get into, because there's a bug that I think is really creepy, and every once in a while I see it, and its behavior only reinforces this fact of my own personal fact. It's the potato bug. It's a creepy little bastard that basically comes apart when you fuck with it at all. And I saw these things. There was some sort of container in the front woods. It wasn't that big. And upon opening it, I don't know how, but these things came out like they were coming out of a portal. You couldn't have fit that many in there, is what I'm saying. And if they were in there before it was opened, I don't understand anything about how that would have been the case. Might have been a portal. I don't know. These things are creepy, like some sort of demonic watcher. I electrocuted one today because upon picking up his, I don't even want their body around. I'm gonna throw your fucking body away. But they get around and they'll be like walking around spying on you, and they're pretty quick to. They've got the jumping legs, but it's just a real creepy little motherfucker. And I lit this one up. I saw the electricity going in, and I saw the electricity going out, and there was no movement after that sumbitch was done. So it got his ass. I don't fuck around with those bugs. I don't like them. I don't know what is it about them. I feel like they're evil. I do feel like they're evil. I don't know why they call them potato bugs. I don't care. They're nasty. So I'm trying to get some organization of these phones and shit for job search in order, and I had to switch some memory cards around. Really need my money so I could get a better phone. That is on the list of things I need to get. I need to get a better phone. I looked up some videos to see if I could find how to fix the phone microphone, and it told me, see, with your phone, normally you get one of these little motherfuckers, which, if you have the pick tools too, this thing, I'll put it in the line of this, because since it's the same thing, almost. You put this thing to punch in the little tray that comes out, but you also can use it to clean out the microphone. And the guy says, put it in there and turn it a couple times. And when you come out, he's like, that fixes the microphone, like as if turning it somehow fixes it. And he also said sometimes you get dust in there, but he was like saying as if there is a certain thing about that microphone doing that he says I've done it for years. Every time I do it, it works. And now I did do that, and I noticed the audio in here was fucking loud, not just barely audible. I hate that. I hate making a video. I checked both times before I did make it, so I'm pretty sure that if I go and find that this one doesn't have any sound, it won't make it to you. I don't like it. I didn't know some of these things weren't as easy remedies as they are to fix. But with my phone, I can't answer the motherfucker and anybody hear me unless I got the headphones. And it's just, that's a shitty way to be. If I have to walk around and have my headphones, that's like, might as well be a fucking ball and chain. I just wish I had some human connections that I don't have. I really could use them. Just because, not because I'm like still sad about my dad, which I'm not really too bad. You know, like I know that that was part of the plan to be here and to have him complete his life. I miss him. I love the shit out of him. I enjoyed spending time with him too. Wasn't as bad as at all. Wasn't. He was relaxed and chill. He didn't, but every once in a while go through his own personal shit and throw a fit about something. But you know, he wasn't an asshole. He was kind. He was generous. You know, had his own things going on that he enjoyed. And that just made me feel good to be able to get that in my life. And I hope my older son gets it, but I'm not sure with the way he left things, you know. I talked to my younger son today and he got a hat and he was very happy. And I put a picture that I'll probably put, well, I don't have it on this phone. I'm doing it on the other phone and I'm listening to these frequencies through this one just because I thought they'd be good to have in the background. It's cosmic healing. I need some healing. But it's mainly just relationship based and human interaction based. Because, like I said, I try to reach out and try to like build my relationships with people I can get closer to or be helpful with. And you know, one of them's just so hard to fucking contact, and they're always giving me shit about the way I talk. I don't talk in fucking riddles. I might be sometimes in a way you can't know what I'm talking about. But if you actually listen and let it absorb and don't fucking pick at it like it's some sort of fucking attack, if you put your fucking shields down, you would be able to understand. Everyone else does. You know, there's an exception every once in a while. You get a fucking real asshole like the garden gnome guy try to act like nobody fucking knows anything. I was like, you better just chill out, dude. I was like, you got your view of things, and that's yours. But you want to spread it to everyone else and make it like you've had some sort of vote. I'll fuck you up. I'll fuck you up right now. Just on the GP principle of it. That's how I felt, too. I think I said that to him. He looked all shocked and shit. It's like, don't fuck with me now. Don't be fucking with me. I don't really fuck with anybody. And it's not like I mean, there's people that do that and they're all into their ego shit and whatever. I could get my ass beat, I'm sure, by somebody. But if you piss me off and you deserve it, I ain't got no problem fucking throwing an ass whooping. I just don't normally get into shit like that. I don't like being confrontational. But I also think it's necessary to be confrontational bull. Because this world, people will walk all over you. And it's just weird that some of the people that, although you may be being more honest and truthful than what normal people are, because most normal people are very deceptive in most anything that has to do with their self, because they don't want it to be exposed or feel weak or, you know, if you're exposed, you know, you think somebody's going to do something to you or tell on you or, you know, you're worried about all the ego shit. And most of the world's that way, so we have to even to be in society, we have to have some degree of the awareness of it, if not it. But to continually have to break that wall down to communicate with somebody is very hard. It's very hard, you know, especially when they're withdrawn and doing their own shit. You don't know what's going on with them. You don't have nowhere to come from. You don't know if they're single, if they went back to their guy, if he came back. You have no idea. So, I mean, that one's a bummer. And if you go long You go multiple years on like being celibate and you're not having random sex with people that you're not married to. Closeness and intimacy becomes a whole different thing to you. And although it is necessary, and humans need it, they do. Humans need that shit. You don't really want to give up that uh, built up focus and purity of your own self just to anybody. You know, why would you? If you start randomly sleeping with, I mean, you might have somebody perfect for a best friend fucking sexual situation, but that's very rare that you can get into that. That it's not going to be one or the other person's going to either fuck it up, either with emotions or possessiveness or some weirdness. So, as a general rule, it's not a good idea. But on another hand, it just reinforces some sort of like anti alchemy, I think. You know, not that, I don't know. People are weird. You have all different types of people with all different types of takes, um, desires. It probably covers the whole spectrum. That's all I wanted to say. I wanted to play this good frequency. I wanted to bring in this fucking guy right here to bring in some portaling of good energy, not hostile, not positive energy that's going to fireball your ass. A fireball is a positive energy, you know that. Positively charged with fire on your ass. So don't send me positive energy. Send me an energy that I can do something with that's not negative. I mean, basically, a good charge of neutral energy is probably better than anything in the world. I've heard no one say, I'm sending you neutral vibes. I'm sending you neutral vibes. The neutral vibes you could use. Turn them in whatever vibe you're in, whatever you need. You know, it'd be like Lego blocks. Just build what you want. Neutral vibes are where it's at. Neutral. Neutral vibe. Fucking send them out. Give them to your friends. Request them via PayPal. I need some neutral vibes, please. That's all I wanted to say. Y'all have a nice night.